Hey everyone, this is Nadia from The Posh and Me. This channel is dedicated to reviewing designer handbags and lifestyle items. Today we will be reviewing Chloe Woody Tote in its largest size. This bag came out in January 2021 and I actually didn't know about it until I saw it on another influencer, and I absolutely loved the way it looked on her and started looking into it. I wanted to know how much it was, where I can buy it. Obviously you can buy it at a Chloe boutique, but here in Canada, during the lockdown, it was pretty hard to kind of go and buy anything anywhere. So I, went on the Chloe website, and the bag retails for 1,050 USD dollars and 1,300 Canadian dollars. So it was more on the more affordable side of things. So I started looking into the purse, trying to find any video reviews or trying to see if any other influencers were, had this bag and what it looked like on them. Unfortunately, I couldn't find much on it, and during a lockdown, you can't really go and see things in person. So I put it on the wish list, thinking that maybe one day I'll get it, and hopefully I'll get it by the summer. And then an opportunity presents itself, and here in Canada, one of our designer stores, Hope Renfrew, had a spring promo where you get 25% back on a gift card. So I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to get this bag at a lower than retail price. I reached out to my sales associate, and I was like, I gotta have this bag. Let me know if you can get it for me. And after a week of waiting, she's like, yes, your first is finally here, come and get it. It was the last one in Canada, so the adrenaline rush definitely kicked in. So a general overview of the bag: it is made out of cotton canvas with calfskin leather trims. It does have one big pocket on the inside. Let me just take out my bag organizer. So it does have a big pocket on the inside, and then there's also one flat pocket on the interior of the purse. It says here Chloe, made in Italy. And this is what the purse looks like up close. The bottom, side views, and here are the views of the shoulder straps. You can see it here. So it does say Chloe on both sides of the bag, which is actually pretty great. I mean, you can obviously wear it on different sides. Okay, so putting my nylon organizer back in the purse. Okay, I came home. I was finally able to see the bag in person, and when I took it out, the first thing that I noticed was that it wasn't really light. It was more on the heavier side, so a little bit more heavier than an LV Neverfull PM size or MM size, so the medium Neverfull. So it is a little bit heavier than that one. And another thing that I noticed right away was that it doesn't stand on its own. Okay, well right now it's standing. That's because I kind of put the organizer in. That's because it has an organizer in it. But if I take the organizer out, it will not stand on its own. So the third thing that caught my eye was how small the shoulder straps were. So if I put it on, you see the struggle? If I put it on myself right now and the shoulders, you can see that it's there's like barely any space left in between my arm and the purse. I do like my shoulder straps to be a little bit longer so that I can easily put the bag kind of like on the back side, but I can't do it with this one. So I feel like the way I wear it, I have to kind of push down my arm like this, so it stays in place. So those were kind of like the three little nuances I saw right away, and I think this is why I kept the tag on the bag for a good 2 weeks before I finally took it off. So I think this is why when I saw the price point for Chloe, I was like, this is no brainer. I have to have the purse. It's more affordable than a Neverfull, and it's more casual. I actually don't have anything quite like this in my collection. speaking from like the color scheme, I guess. I don't usually buy bags that have brown in it or any light colored bags, so to speak. But I am a tote type of girl, and I absolutely love totes. This is why I was looking for a summer tote to add into my collection. What I didn't realize, and I guess this is on me because I have a tendency to not pay attention to small details, I didn't quite read the description of the bag, and I just read that it's a coated canvas, so I kind of assumed that it will be as durable as my LV Neverfull, that I can just take it out in any type of weather and not worry about color transfers or anything like that. And it wasn't until much later where when I read the proper description for this purse, and it said that there's definitely going to be color transfer. You cannot take this purse out in rainy weather. I don't think it will ever replace my Neverfull, just because you always have to think about what to wear and if it's going to rain. And especially here in Toronto, the weather can be so unpredictable. It can be super sunny in the morning, and then by the time you need to go home from work, it might start raining. So then in cases like that, what do? You stay at work? Do you just wait it out until the rain stops in hopes not to ruin the bag? So I mean, to me that was kind of that. So I mean, to me that's a little bit problematic. Now, in terms of the pros of the bag, it's definitely, I would say, it's definitely the design of it, right? Yes, there's branding on here and it is flashy, but it's not as flashy as a Neverfull, right? And some people might think that this looks like a potato sack. To me, it doesn't. I love the way it looks. This is why I bought the purse. But I think from the practicality standpoint, it definitely loses a few points. Being a tote, you would think that this purse can hold a lot. It actually doesn't, and I think this is because of how sturdy the canvas is. It doesn't expand as easily as it would. I mean, here, see, it does kind of stops, like it caps out. So I think from the day-to-day use, yes, you can definitely fit your laptop and your keys. Obviously, it's a tote; they can fit the whole house. However, I don't think this tote specifically can fit the whole house. The occasions that I have taken it out were to go to the park with the kids, and I'd put in the towels, the water bottles, some snacks, car keys, wallets, all that stuff, and it does become very heavy to the point where if you are going to carry all of that and walk somewhere, it's going to be painful. So if I do take this out, I kind of make sure that I'm driving to the place of where I'm going with it, and then I take it out and it's not as hard on my shoulders. I've had this purse for 3 months, and another thing that I did notice was that it's not about the color transfer because I don't wear jeans, but it does collect dirt very easily. And I mean, it's probably because of how light colored this bag is, and which is fine. I think it's supposed to do that. However, in terms of kind of washing it off the bag, that's going to be problematic. And another thing that I do and have just noticed is that I've probably taken this out maybe 5 times, anywhere between 5 to 10 times, not 10, not 10. And I'm noticing that the shoulder straps, the handle already has dirt on it. The handle already has dirt on it. I don't know if you'll be able to see it like this up close, which to me speaks that it probably is not going to last very long, which is kind of unfortunate. Again, this is not a $200 purse that you would think, okay, well, it's gonna last me a few years. This is a purse you buy and you hope that it's gonna last you at least 5 years. I don't think that would be the case with this Chloe, unfortunately. I think that if you're thinking of buying this purse, you first have to ask yourself, is this your first designer handbag? If it is, I'd probably not recommend getting it, just because it's not gonna last you a long time. If you are thinking of getting this because you, like me, you were looking for, like a summer edition, summer tote edition, or something new in your life, yes, and this is not gonna, break the bank for you, for sure. This is definitely the it bag of the season. I would recommend sizing down. I would not recommend getting the largest size, just because I mentioned earlier, once you start loading it up, it becomes very heavy. So it being a larger size bag, you know, you think you can kind of put more things in it, but if it gets heavy, then what is the point of using a large bag to put all those things in, right? You might as well go for the medium size. That's probably going to be a little bit more easier to carry than the larger size. I don't really love the way it looks on me either. I think that's, I mean, it is an it does have that oversized look to it. However, I think if it was a medium-sized bag, I think it probably look better on me, and I will do some mock shots a little bit later in the video, so you can kind of see how it looks on me. I am 5'3" for the record. Well, this was my very quick review of this handbag. Let me know what you think, what your thoughts are. Do you have this bag, and do you share the same feelings as I do? And if you like the video, please hit that like button below to let me know that this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and hope you have a great day.